Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. We have a wonderful guest on the show today, a really good friend of mine who I've known for quite a few years now, Lidia Kuleshnyk. And let's ask you a question: how to live a zero limits life. We're going to be talking all about Lidia's new starring role in her movie with the incredible Dr. Joe Vitale. So I'm really looking forward to an incredible conversation with Lidia. We're streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, E360 TV network. We're going out to Apple, Fire, Android, Roku, and many more. We're also on USA Global Radio and Television Network. We're also on Business Innovators Radio Network and mspnewsglobal.com. As you can tell, I have a lot of things to remember there. Let's bring in our incredible guest, Lidia Kuleshnyk. Lidia, welcome to Brilliance Business TV.
Well, thank you, Mark. It's always an honor and pleasure to be on your incredible show and to connect with your greatness and to share what we're all doing with the world.
I'm really looking forward to a conversation with you today. So let's give you a really great spotlight now, Lidia. So Lidia Kuleshnyk is featured in a new inspirational film by the motivational legend, Dr. Joe Vitale, called Zero Limits Movie, The Real Secret to Attracting Miracles. Who doesn't want to attract some miracles in their life? Dr. Joe Vitale goes beyond the law of attraction by exploring the surprising daily habits of people with zero limits, for revealing an intimate look at what it truly means to live a life transcending the ordinary. Watching the film becomes a healing and inspiring experience. I can't wait to see this now, Lidia. In the Zero Limits movie, Lidia Kuleshnyk, aka Lady Opona, shares her story of how she healed her chronic illness and how through equine therapy, the unconditional love of horses can activate the peace and empowerment that already exists within you. And everything exists within us, doesn't it, Lidia?
Absolutely. That's what we want to activate.
Certainly do. So let's get started with a beautiful conversation. Why did you choose to be in the movie Zero Limits, The Real Secret to Attracting Miracles, Lidia?
Well, I'm very honored to be in this phenomenal film, and I was drawn to it because it's in complete alignment with who I am, how I live, how I move through the world in terms of manifesting and overcoming challenges. When I look back at my life, realistically, I had a lot of hardships and big challenges, but I always had what we would call a zero limits mindset. I always believed anything is possible in any circumstance. If you really want it, and if you're willing to do the inner work and learn techniques and principles to support and guide you. So living a zero limits life, living a limitless life is something that I'm totally passionate about. And as I've lived it myself, I love sharing how to do it with others and inspiring and motivating everyone to really achieve their goals. And you can live your dreams and you can attract and create miracles.
I agree totally, Lidia. I think all things are possible with God. That's not some things. All things are possible with God. And it doesn't matter of the circumstances. I truly believe that if you want something, all things are possible with God. And just incredible. Tell us a little bit about your feature in the movie, Lidia.
Yes, well, in the movie, I share a little bit about my story, about how I healed my so-called incurable chronic health conditions I was born with through deep healing with Reiki and macrobiotic healing foods. And I also share the power and the miracle of healing with horses. And horses are divine spiritual beings. They hold sacred space for humans, both individually and collectively. And we can see this throughout history. Horses have been our greatest friends, allies. They fought with us in wars and allowed us to evolve as a civilization. And now horses are helping us evolve internally, our own relationship with ourselves, our personal development, our healing, our growth, our expanding consciousness. And in the movie, I show the miracle of healing with horses in an equine therapy session with one of my clients, where in just one equine therapy session, she was able to create a deep, lasting connection and transformation within herself. So when we're working with horses, we stand in silence, stillness, and presence with them, and we connect with their divinity. And that allows us then to connect with our own divinity. And it's very easy. We just have to show up, and be open to receive. And the insights that come, the activation and connection to your heart, your spirit, your intuition empowers you to know yourself and to feel clarity and confidence in moving forward in your life, and to really have trust and faith that not only are you supported, but that you can change your life, you can move forward, and you can create miracles.
I feel inspired already, Lydia. Actually, you touched on something really important, the power of the heart, because it is known that your heart is much more powerful than your mind because of the electromagnetic field around the heart. It's like so much more powerful than the mind. So I've been doing like 3-minute heart coherences throughout the day to keep me aligned to heart coherence. It's meant to be really, really powerful, Lydia. And I think as well, you talked about trust and faith, and that is so important on the journey, that trusting everything's working out for you. You are divinely guided, and having that trust and faith in that, it's a brave decision, but it's something that you have to do if you want to move forward, because you have to stop trying to control, don't you? You have to just put your trust in that higher power.
Well, absolutely. And we are divine spiritual beings ourselves. So we're moving through this huge paradigm shift where we're starting to remember who we are. And the horses are there to help hold that sacred space for us to heal, grow, and evolve into our true potential, our true essence, right? Our expanding heart and consciousness. And I love the exercises that you're doing on heart coherence. Congratulations. That's very, very powerful and life-changing. And the Heart Math Institute, many years ago, it did a study with that heart coherence with horses. And they determined the electromagnetic field of a horse's heart is 5 times larger than a human. So they did measurements that were measuring people's physiological responses to stress or anxiety, and just standing in the presence in the auric field in the heart radiating energy of a horse was shown to have significant changes to help people relax, relieve stress, balance anxiety, all these indicators of chronic stress, and aspects of self that deplete us. Everyone who goes even just to visit horses without any of this knowledge feels better. Like myself included. I've been around horses for 25 years. And every single time I go out to the barn, I go out to the pasture, I'm either just working in the barn, singing with the horses, or if I'm doing Reiki with them or healing with them, you go into a state of emptiness, like of Taoist non-attachment, where you forget all the challenges and problems of your life, and you just feel happy. And this
Yes, I
is the
suppose I got a
power.
lot of love.
Yeah, this is the power of that heart coherence that you're talking about, which is one of the gifts that we have for ourselves and that we share with the horses.
Love it. Absolutely love it. What is the secret you share to live a zero limits life and attract miracles?
Well, we've been talking about that. So, in the movie, I shared the power of equine therapy and healing with horses using my 12 ancient universal principles. So, I developed my 12 ancient universal principles as part of my own journey of healing. I started studying Taoism when I was 10. As a way to find meaning and purpose and a pathway out of my own chronic illness. And then over the years, I've worked with those principles and I brought them together in a way that can support individuals as their own trusted guide. So working with those 12 ancient universal principles is like having Lao Tzu or Confucius or Rumi with you all the time that you can consult, or just, a trusted guide, a trusted coach or advisor or mentor. Would you like me to share the 12 ancient universal principles?
You can, yes.
Yeah, so the first one is everything is energy, which everyone is fully aware of now, and we talk a lot about. The second one is energy never lies. You can't fool Mother Nature. The third one is for every problem, there is a solution. The fourth one is everything that happens to you is what you lack. All that is antagonistic is complementary. The fifth one is everything that has a front has a back. The bigger the front, the bigger the back. The sixth principle is everything that has a beginning has an end. The seventh principle is everything changes. Change is the constant of the universe. And the eighth principle is there is nothing identical. The ninth principle, which is often our most favorite, is divine alignment, is divine timing. When you're aligned, you allow the timing of the universe to unfold. The 10th one is you are only as strong as your weakest link. The 11th one is yin and yang are greater than willpower. And the 12th one is my capacity principle, know your limit, live within it. So I have various ways to incorporate these principles in coaching exercises with my clients and my 4 pathways of services that I offer, that anyone can call on them. You can refer to them when you're making a decision, when you want to feel more centered, and then see what insight is activated that guides you.
I love it. Powerful, powerful stuff there. And that they're great things to live by as well. So I love that. In what ways do you help your clients live a zero limits life and attract miracles?
Well, we were just talking about that as well, using these 12 ancient universal principles in my 4 pathways to help you achieve your goals and really achieve lasting self-empowerment, what I call reclaiming your sovereignty, and really take ownership, step into your power and become the conscious leader of your life. And then you share who you are with the world in your own unique way, and you become a conscious leader of the world. So I have 4 pathways where we utilize the 12 ancient universal principles and the foundational 3 steps of any healing, growth, and transformation, which is to become centered, connected, and conscious. Centered in your core energy, connected to your essence and power, and conscious of who you are, why you're doing what you're doing, your choices, your actions, your thoughts, your values, beliefs, and then taking responsibility for all of that, for the betterment of your own growth and then for humanity. So we have one pathway, healing with horses, where we offer equine therapy and equine healing retreats, and also signature coaching program and signature retreat just with horses. But I incorporate horses and the 12 principles into all of the work that I do. We have a pathway for other retreats of self-development with my signature program, Hidden Buddha, the journey of self-discovery, to uncover and discover your core beliefs, your values, your passion, and your purpose. And then my pathway for healing chronic health conditions, my Epona Healing Method, where you turn limitation into liberation and resolve your chronic health conditions. And then my high performance wellness coaching pathway that really focuses on helping you release, manage, conquer chronic stress and burnout, and then prevent chronic illness, and then live a limitless life full of energy, time, health, and wealth. So through those 4 pathways, we can provide an option for you to truly live a limitless life.
I think that's so important. We all want some of that, Lydia. And I think you mentioned staying grounded, which is really important. I mean, on my journey, I've struggled with thoughts, resistance. But what I've realised now, Lydia, is if you don't resist the resistance and you just literally drop your shoulders, drop your jaw, relax your face, and just breathe and really focus on the out breath and allow everything to just pass through you, no matter what it is. It keeps you grounded, and you just sit with it and allow it to work through you, no matter what it is. That's a really good way to stay grounded. I don't know if you agree with me there.
Oh, 100%. Breathing, breath work, breathing throughout the day, breathing to come into our center is absolutely one of the first things that we want to get into a habit of doing and then utilize consciously. So in our modern world, we haven't been taught to breathe. And this is available to all of us. And absolutely, it brings you into your center and grounds you. And this is the first thing we always share, when we start coaching, when we start personal development exercises, is you want to breathe. We want to be able to connect, with our core energy and then come into our center. So yes, we're at a time on the planet where all of these ancient teachings are being brought forth into our modern paradigm, and we're creating a new paradigm. And this movie is helping us expand into a new paradigm of consciousness, of hope, of belief, of possibility, where there are no limits, where anything is possible if we really, really desire it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. What is your favourite way to live a zero limits life and attract miracles?
Well, it's everything we've been talking about. I absolutely love working with my 12 ancient universal principles. I refer to them every day, even if it's just for 5 seconds, and it's just like, oh, yeah, okay, let me come back, bring my mind back. But they help you release your intellect so you can access what I like to call your sacred intelligence. We have artificial intelligence now, and working with horses and with your intuition and connecting with your heart, as you're saying, your spirit, balances, the knowledge of artificial intelligence with our own wisdom of sacred intelligence, or RSI, or our AI as our advanced intelligence. So I love working with these ancient principles. And of course, I love being in nature and being in the presence and honoring horses as divine beings, all of which, again, connect us to our higher self, which now is the time for us to connect with it, for us to embody that. And then really there are no limits.
I absolutely love it. Now, I know for people that are interested in the movie, they're going to want to know how to get more information, how to get involved, and to see this incredible, beautiful piece of art that's been put together to attract miracles. So I know people can go to www.eponahealing.com/ movies. So just share a little bit about who should connect, where they can go, how they can connect with you, Lydia. That would be amazing.
Well, the Zero Limits movement is becoming a global movement. And I'm putting the links and everything that we're updating as we go forward on ponyhealing.com/movies. So there's a link there about the screenings of the movies. There's a world premiere on June 26th in Sacramento, a red carpet premiere that everyone is invited to. There are tickets available. You can come meet all of us, Dr. Joe Vitale, myself, and all the other wonderful stars, the great conscious leaders who are in the movie. There are other premieres as well between June and October, when the movie is going to be released for purchase. And we also have the Zero Limits Facebook group, which is free, and we are having various events and opportunities and workshops for you to connect with yourself, to connect with us, those of us who are featured in the movie, and fully support you in moving forward and living a zero limits life and really creating your miracles.
We all want miracles. I would encourage everyone to go to www.aponahealing.com/movies. Lydia, it's always a pleasure us having a conversation together. Thank you so much for being my guest today. I thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you.
Well, thank you, Mark. It's always my honor and pleasure. You do phenomenal work.
Oh, bless you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. Until next time, bye for now.